സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം 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 സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം
Hello.
Good morning, Raju.
Good morning. Audio is clear? Audio is okay?
Audio is clear, very much.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Gururbrahma Gururvishnu Gururdevo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitaamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Nashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullaravindayata Patranetra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajwalido Jnanamaya Pradivaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetrekapanaya Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Mrtaduhe Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gita Mృతం Mahad Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Bhishmadronatata Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilopala Shalyagrahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Velakula Ashwathamapi Karnaghora Magara Duryodhanavartini Sottirna Ghalu Pandavai Rananadi Kaivartagah Keshavah पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिबलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपादमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. Om. Good morning and namaskaram to all. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are in the 13th chapter and we have finished up to verse number 15. So we will continue from verse number 16. So before we start, we are all aware that there is a war going between India and Pakistan, and we all know that dharma only will win against the adharma. There is no doubt about it, because the law of karma is perfect. Let us pray for the warriors and the families, and also lokas samasta sukhino bhavantu, let everyone find peace and let the war end at its time. Wishing such wishes, we will start our discussion. 16th verse. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktamiv cha sthitam bhuta bhartri cha tatnyeyam grasishnu prabhavishnu cha. See, in verse number 15, we discussed verse number 15 with the Tadastha Lakshanam. We also discussed about the Swarupam and Swabhavam. So, it is always before the Swarupam is experienced or understood and then experienced, always that the Swarupam will appear, right? And when the Swarupam appears, it appears as Swabhavam, and this Swabhavam appears as divided. It will appear to be divided in all beings, right? So it appears as names and forms. I am different from you, you are different from the dog, we are all different from plants, etc. So, but once we intellectually understand and assimilate the Atma Swarupam, then we start seeing the undivided Brahman. That undivided Brahman is universal consciousness, and that is only one. Okay, ekameva advitiyam. There is no bhedam at all. No swagata bhedam, no swajatiya bhedam, no vijatiya bhedam. All bhedams are in the names and forms, and this Veda Buddhi is just an appearance. There is no reality in it. What are the three kinds of Vedams which we Swagata Vedam is, suppose you have got a tree, the Vedam in a tree, like the leaves, the fruits, right, the branches, etc. So this is the Vedam in a tree. And Swajadiya Vedam is one tree is different from the other, mango tree is different from coconut tree, etc. And Vijadiya Vedam is the tree is different from a stone. Similarly, these three sorts of Vedams we can see in all around. We have discussed this earlier. Such all the Vedams, like you are a human being, you are an animal, you are born in the particular kulam, you are this caste, you are a man, you are a woman, etc. All the Vedams are no more in Swarupam. And that Swarupam, when we realize, the Swabhavam will disappear. Okay, so here, when we understand that there is no Veda Buddhi, then all that which appears as Vedam, okay, all that which appears as differently is here what explained. Now we will go to the verse. Bhuteshu. Bhuteshu here means in all the objects of this world, every part or every objects of this world, in this universe, all objects, Bhuteshu Abhibhaktam Sthitam. That which is Abhibhaktam, no division at all. Okay, Abhibhaktam Sthitam, that which stays as undivided, dense, no separation. Okay, undivided. Vibhaktam iva chasthitam, but it appears to stay divided. Okay, so that which appears to stay as divided, but which is avibhaktam. Okay, so what is the appearance is division, whereas the swarupam is avibhaktam. So avibhaktam sthitam, that stays undivided. Vibhaktam iva chasthitam, but it appears to stay divided. Tat, that truth is Bhuta Bhartr Cha Jneyam. See, all these objects, okay, whatever we see are controlled by that. How do we say it is controlled? So sustained or controlled or being protected, all that. Bhuta Bhartr. Because, see, from consciousness only everything appears. Bhishasma Dvatah Pavate. The law of karma is perfect. In this universe, the law of karma is perfect. So, that law of karma is ordered or is in order because of that consciousness. Because everything is in consciousness. So, that consciousness is the controlling power, right? Yeah. So, that is called Bhuta Bhartr. Okay, know that all the objects are controlled or protected by that Bhuta Bhartr. This is the Vishnu. Okay, the Puranic Vishnu that we call is this Bhuta Bhartr. Okay, Bhuta Bhartr Jneyam. Know that all the objects are being controlled. And Grasishnu. Grasishnu means that which pulls everything back into self. So, from the consciousness, all of this arise, all the objects of this world, all the names and forms arise, whereas this is avibhaktam and it withdraws, it pulls everything back into it. Like a spider, the spider, it creates the web and it pulls all the web back into its own body. Similarly, from the consciousness, all of this appear and it pulls back. Grasishnu means it resolves back into self. That is, we call it Rudra. The Rudra that we say in our Purana is this. So the same that, okay, the Brahman appears as Vishnu when it is Bhuta Bhartr, and the same consciousness when it withdraws everything back into self, it is called Rudra. He is called Rudra. And Prabha Vishnucha, again it brings back everything, it brings back, again brings out everything back. That is we call Brahma. So Prabha Vishnucha. So the same consciousness which is in the form of Vishnu, who sustains or protects, in the form of Rudra, who withdraws back into self, and again it produces again, right? All of these names and forms, again they appear. This is, then who is it? All is the same one, ekameva advitiyam. That is avibhaktam. So he is avibhaktam. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu. Vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Even though everything appears as vibhaktam, he is avibhaktam. He is undivided. There is no division, that only one, that is the consciousness. Okay? And everything else is an appearance. And in Purana we call it as Brahma, who is the creator and who is protects everyone, is a Vishnu, and Rudra, who destroys everything or pulls everything back. That is Pralayam, we call it. So this Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva or Rudra, all of them are the same one Brahman alone. Okay, so that is the meaning of this. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktamiva cha sthitam bhuta bhartra cha tatnyeyam grasishnu prabhavishnu cha. Know that. See, in 7th chapter also there is a beautiful verse. Mattah parataram nanyat kinjitasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam prodam sutre maniganaiva. Very famous. There is nothing other than me. Na anyat kinjitasti. There is nothing, even slightest, there is no other here. Only mattah parada. Apart from me, there is nothing else. Then, Mayi Sarvamidam. All of these objects of this world, all of the names and forms, right from the sun and all the stars, humans and the earth and the planets, everything. Sutre Maniganaiva. Right? Like the sutram, the thread that runs through all the pearls, all of that. Sutre Mani. Every mani, the thread goes. Right? So like the thread, all are connected here. All the objects of this world are interconnected. Right? Like Sutre Maniganaiva. Prodam means connected. So like that, here Avibhaktam, that is Avibhaktam, which is there as one, as consciousness, as Bodham, which is there in each one of us, and it connects every names and forms, that only one is there. There is only one, that is Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktamiva sthitam. It appears as vibhaktam, that's all. Okay, appearances, there is no reality in it, which is only an appearance. Appearance is like a mirage water. The water appears on a desert, there is no reality. Even if it appears water, there is no reality in it. The only truth is desert. Similarly, the only truth is Brahman alone. Okay. So that is the Swabhavam. That is the Swarupam and Swabhavam. So far Bhagavan explained in the 12th sloka, explained about the ultimate cause is Brahman. And in the 13th sloka, what is the relation between this Prapancham and the universe and the Brahman. And 14, 15, 16. The 14th sloka, 15th sloka and 16th sloka, Bhagavan explained about the Tadastha Lakshanam. Tadastha Lakshanam. We already discussed what is Tadastha Lakshanam is. A crow. You see a crow there? Yeah, the crow is sitting there. Yes, where the crow is sitting, that is Devadatta's house. This is the Tadastha Lakshanam. Doesn't give direct. It gives an indication. The crow can fly away anytime. Right? So, but at that moment where the crow is sitting is the Devadatta's house. Similarly, with the Tadastha Lakshanam, Bhagavan explained in 14, 15 and 16th verse. Now, Bhagavan is explained, Krishna is explaining about the Swarupa Lakshanam. Direct. So, we'll move to the 17th verse. Jyotishamapi tajyotihi tamasah paramuchyate jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam hridi sarvasya vishtitam. One more time. Jyotishamapi tajyotihi tamasah paramuchyate jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam hridi sarvasya vishtitam. That Brahman or that That is Brahman. That tamasaha param, it transcending the darkness. Okay, what does the darkness means? Darkness means the jadam. Okay, the names and forms. It transcends the names and forms. Tamasah param. Okay, it transcending the jadam. Jyotisham api jyotihi. Jyotisham api jyotihi. That which lights up all the lights. Jyotisham api jyotihi, which lights all the lights that shine, then that also shines all by itself. We'll explain this. Okay, how it is shining? It is shining as the complete truth. It shines as the truth, complete truth. Uchyate, he is said to be. He is told uchyate. It is said to be that tamasaha param uchyate. Then jnanam, that is the consciousness. Jnanam, that is chit. Jneyam, that is what is to be assimilated, understood, realized, assimilated. Then jnana gamyam, through what? Through the methods of contemplation, etc. Through the methods that is prescribed, jnana gamyam, that is to be realized. So through the methods that is prescribed, it has to be found, assimilated, that is jneyam. And what to be understood? Jnanam, that chit is to be understood. Then where is it located? Sarvasya hridi vishthitam, is found in all the hearts of all the objects, in all the jada pradibhasam here, all the jada here, all the names and forms, that has to be understood jneyam as sarvasya hridi vishthitam. It is dwelling in all hearts. Okay. So, as we discussed, this verse, hridi sarvasya vishthitam, directly gives the swarupa lakshanam. Okay, this gives the swarupa lakshanam, and also it points the location where it is to be found. Location is heart. Okay, then that has to be, that can be found. And what is it here? Param jyotihi, as param jyotihi. See, when you say param jyotihi, do not think as the rays of a, rays that is coming from the sun. It is not to be understood that way. See, the earth is being given light by the sun. The sun gives light or life to earth. So the sun and all stars, everything is lighting up all the objects around it, right? So what is that light which lights up the sun? Okay, that is param jyotihi. So already we said that this param jyotihi, this jyoti is self-effulgent, and it lights up everything, including the celestials, the humans, the plants, animals, etc. What is that? That is the I am. You sit inside a room, in a dark room, with your eyes closed, and just contemplate on yourself. What is that? Who is this I am? What is it that I? Even when all the indriyas are not functioning, still there is, that you are there. Is there any doubt that you are not there? Is there any doubt? Is somebody else has to tell you that you are there? No. We are so sure that I am there. That I amness which exists in each one of us, it exists in every being here. Not only in humans, not only in animals, not only in birds and plants, it also says I in the mountains, the rivers, the Panchabhutas, the sun, the moon, the rock, right? Even the dead body. So this I is there in everywhere this I am, it is there. Right? That the presence of this I am, the presence of I am is the kshetrajna. Okay? It is the kshetrajna. So here that I amness, okay, that I amness is the existence, and this same I am knows that I exist. Okay, I exist and I know I exist. That I know I exist is the chit. That is the consciousness. I exist, there is no doubt about it. That is existence. This existence is no different from I know I exist. Okay, so because only this I can know, nothing else is jnanam. See, when we say here I exist, this jnanam, this consciousness, not to be confused with the music jnanam, physics jnanam, computer jnanam, okay, or cooking jnanam. Don't get confused with those jnanam. Those other knowledge that we generally talk about all those are possible through the sense organs and mind in the presence of this chit. Okay, so the presence of this chit or this jnanam is not to be confused with the worldly jnanam. So this jnanam, I exist, I know. That is existence and consciousness. That is the chit. Okay, this chit is the Param Jyoti. Understand that this chit is the Param Jyoti, which is there in the sun, the planets, all the stars and every object of this universe. Okay, so this has to be understood like that. That is why Param Jyoti. So there is a beautiful verse in Upanishad. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhandi kutoyam agnihi tameva bhandam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Na tatra suryo bhati. The sun will not shine without the presence, in the absence of this. The sun cannot shine. Na tatra bhati, na chandra tarakam, not the stars or the moon. Okay, nema vidyuto bhanti. Even the lightning does not shine. The lightning cannot shine without the presence of this chit, this consciousness, bodham. So this consciousness has to be present in everything for them to shine the way they shine. The sun shines, gives light and heat, etc. All of this is because of the presence of this I am in them. So this I am is the Param Jyoti. So then Kutoyam Agnihi. So what to talk about Agni? Agni also will not have the shining or the heat or the light it gives. Agni will not function without the presence of this I amness in Agni. Okay, so Kutoyam Agnihi tameva bandam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. By his luminosity, by his self-effulgent light, this jnanam, I am, this I amness in all of them, sarvamidam vibhati, everything shines because of the presence of this consciousness. This consciousness is the chit, which is called jnanam. Satyam jnanam anantam brahma. That is the direct Swarupa Lakshanam in Taittiriya Upanishad. This jnanam is this chit. Okay, consciousness. So this jnanam is there in every one of us. So that is to be jneyam. That has to be assimilated. This I am which is profound in every being. This is called Jiva or Jivatma Spuranam. Okay, this is present in every being here, and also this I-ness has this I am has the ability to know itself. Understand this. This I am has the capacity, ability to know itself. Okay, so that is what is Jneyam. It has to be assimilated, it has to be understood. But generally what happens? We mix up this I amness with the body. So when we understand this I am, I exist, when we say I exist, we mix up with the body, with the kshetram. So when we assimilate this, when we mix it up with the kshetram, we have ignorance. We are ignorant. We should understand that I am the kshetraknya. Okay, I am kshetraknya. I am not the kshetram. Okay, so when I understand that I am the kshetraknya, then I see the same kshetraknya in every being here. Because in the absence of consciousness, there is no world. There is no experience of this world, or the world doesn't exist. The world's existence is possible only in the presence of consciousness. If there is no consciousness, there is no world. But that is an impossible thing. There is no way, there is no consciousness at all. But for the sake of argument, we say, if there is no consciousness, there is no world. It is very clear. Right? So in the presence of consciousness, everything else appears. So consciousness lends its existence to everything around. So all the names and forms borrows its existence from consciousness. So there is no existence to the names and forms at all. It doesn't exist at all. Or if at all you say it exists, it is the existence of this chit or existence of this existence. So this existence only gives existence to all the names and forms. Understand? So that is why it is called Param Jyotihi. Once I realize this, that I am this Kshetraknya, I see the Kshetraknya in everything. And in the second verse also Bhagavan clearly said, there is only one Kshetraknya, and that is me, that is Brahm. Where to find it? Sarvasya Hridi Vishtitam. Hridi Sarvasya Vishtitam. In all beings, in the hearts of every objects of this world, in all the Jada Pradibhasam here, I alone exist. So that I is one. There is only one, and that consciousness is the real nature of this Kshetraknya. See, there is one beautiful verse by Adi Shankaracharya. There was a very old man who goes to Adi Shankaracharya and asks him, see, I have become very old now, I don't have time to study full Vedanta and all. Can you explain to me the Atma Vidya? Can you explain to me Atma in brief? Adi Shankaracharya said, it is very easy, very simple. So this is like a question answer. Kim jyotistava bhanumanahani me ratrau pradipadikam syadevam ravideepa darshana vidhau kim jyotirakyahi me chakshustatra nimilanadi samaye kim dirdiyo darshane Kim tatrahamato bhavan paramakam jyotistadasmi prabho. So the question is, Kim jyotistava bhanuman ahanime. In daytime, I will explain in brief. In daytime, how do you see the objects of this world? How do you see all the objects of this world in daytime? Very clear. In daytime, we see all the mic, the computer, my body, the other body, and the plants, and the things that we see around the river, the mountain, etc. How do you see? We see with the light of the sun. Bhanuman. With the light of the sun, I see all the objects of this world. Ratro. Then night time, how do you see these objects? At night time, I see with the help of a light. Either you light a lamp or you switch on the light, tube light, or use a torch light, right? So at night I see with the help of a lamp. Okay, how do you see the sun and how do you see this lamp? So the first question is, how do you see the objects of this world? I see the objects of this world with the help of a sun or a lamp. Now the next question is, how do you see the lamp and the sun? The answer is chakshuhu. I see with the help of my eyes. I see with the help of my eyes. Okay, you are able to see the things. You are able to see the sun and the light with the help of your eyes. Tatra nimilanadi samay. Suppose you close your eyes. Do you see something in your mind? When just you close your eyes, I tell something, you will be able to see. I say cat. With the eyes closed, you can see a cat. I see elephant. You can see an elephant. I see your husband or your son. You can see them. Tatra nimilanadi samaye. How do you see? With the help of a mind. I see with the help of a mind. Then Dhiyor darshane. How do you see that mind? See the mind continuously changes from, it takes the shape of your thought. Whatever you think, the mind takes the shape. Suppose I say cat, the mind takes the shape of a cat. If you say I am angry, the mind takes the shape of the anger. I say I am happy, the mind takes the shape of happiness. Or if I say elephant, the mind takes the shape of an elephant. Or if I say mountain, the mind takes the shape of a mountain. Or the various emotions that I go, the mind takes the shape of those emotions. So that means I am able to see the mind which is changing from A to B to C to D, etc. Right? And what is that? What is that which is able to see the mind? Kim tatrahamato bhavan paramagam jyotistadasmi prabho. I am. So the answer is, I am seeing all that. So the first question is, how do you see the objects of this world? I see with the help of a sunlight. How do you see the sun? I see with the help of my eyes. And how do you see your eyes? See, here we have to just connect this with all other things. How do you see a song? How do you hear a song? With the help of my ears. How do you see the taste of a coffee? With the help of my tongue. Like that, all the five sense organs you have to connect with the eyes. Here, instead of eye, you display or replace it with others, all sense organs. So with all the five sense organs, we experience a world. And when that is getting closed, when you close, tatra nimilanadi samaye, not only for eyes, but also cut off all five indriyas. When you cut off all the five indriyas, the mind, the instrument mind is also functioning. When the mind is functioning, in our mind, various emotions are coming and going, various things are coming and going, the mind is constantly changing. But I am able to see the changes that is happening in the mind. Means I am not the mind. If I am the mind, I won't be able to see the mind, all the changes in the mind. That I am is Param Jyotihi. That is what the Jyotihi. You are not the objects of this world. You are not this body. You are not the Indriyas. You are not even the mind, but that which is able to light up the mind and light up the sense organs and light up the objects of this world is what you are. That is the Param Jyotihi. That is the I am. So this same I am is called Kshetrajna. Okay. So that is the Param Jyotihi. And once I understand this clearly in myself, I see this in all the hearts. I see this in everyone. Heart means center, that's all. Center means what? Center of this body? No, center of every cell here. At the center of every cell. Okay, so in not only in this body, in all the bodies, in between also, in this air, in this space, in this fire, all of these 5 big elements and anything and everything that you see around here is able to exist because of the presence of this I am. And this I am is called Jivan, and that Jivan is not different from Brahman. Okay, because it is only one here, undivided, avibhaktam. We explained in the previous verse, that is Hridi Sarvasya Vishtitam. It is there in all the hearts. You can see this I am everywhere. That is undivided. That is only one. That is called the universal consciousness. That is Jnayam, Jnanam. That is to be known, Jnayam, through the methods of contemplation, which we explained in 8, 9, 10, etc. All these verses we explained. 8 to 11. Just refresh verses 8 to 11. What is 8 to 11? 8th verse. How to jnana gamyam indriyartheshu vairagyam anahankara evacha janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanudarshanam asaktiranabhishwangaha putradara grihadishu nityam cha samachittatvam ishtanishtopapatishu. These are the methods through which you can reach jnanam. Mayicha yogena bhaktiravyabhicharini vivikta desha sevitvam aratirjana samsadi. And the 11th verse, adhyatma jnana nityatvam tattva jnanartha darshanam yedat jnanamidi proktam ajnanam yadatonyatha. So through these verses is the jnana gamyam. Through these methods, you realize that jnanam, jnayam, to be realized, jnanam, and then you know that this I-ness, this I am is there in everyone, and that is Chet, that is only one, that is Brahman. We'll move to verse number 18. Oh, we missed something? No, 17th, okay. Sorry. 17th we finished it. So we'll move to 18th verse. Idi kshetram tadha jnanam jneyam choktam samasatah madbhakta edadvijnaya madbhavayopapadyate. Idi kshetram tadha jnanam jneyam choktam samasatah madbhakta edadvijnaya madbhavayopapadyate. Madbhavayopapadyate. Madbhavayopapadyate attains my state of being. Attains my state of being. Iti, how? Iti, like this, as explained, the field, the kshetram, okay, the body and all the bodies, explained about all the kshetram. See, even though there are two kshetram and kshetrajna, only kshetrajnan is the truth Kshetram is an appearance. But we have to start our journey from Kshetram only. Because that is what is appearing before us. So when we start our journey from the Kshetram and Kshetrakya, we have to start. So we should know what is the Kshetram. Okay? Till the time we realize the Kshetrakya, Kshetram has to be understood. Once we are assimilated about Kshetrakya, Kshetram we don't have to know. We can forget Kshetram. So that is why Bhagavan explained about Kshetra. Clearly he explained, no? In one of the verses earlier. What is the Swabhavam? What is the Swarupam? Kshetraknyam chabhimam viddhi and tat kshetram yacha yadrikcha yadvikari yatasya tad. Fourth one, Rishibhir Bahuda Geetam. Yeah, 5 and 6. Mahabhutanyahangaraha buddhiravyaktamevacha indriyani dashaikamcha pancha chendriya gocharaha ichha dvesha sukham dukkham sanghadaschetanaadridihi yedat kshetram samasena sabikara mudahritam. So Bhagavan explained about kshetram and explained about kshetraknya through tadastha lakshanam and then swarupa lakshanam. All that explained iti kshetram, the field, jnanam. The methods also explained from 8 to 11, right? All the methods, how to reach there. Jneyam, that which is to be known, samasataha uktam, I explained in brief. That is what Bhagavan Krishna said. I explained about the kshetram, I explained about the kshetraknyam, and how to reach there, that also I explained clearly. Samasataha uktam mad bhaktaha. Who is mad bhaktaha? Who seriously and intensely search for the truth. One who is in the path of spirituality, one who wants to realize this truth, he is mad bhaktaha. Mad bhaktaha yetad viknyaya. By knowing intellectually first and then assimilating this knowledge, madbhavaya upapadyate. He attains my state of being. What is my state of being? Brahma nirvanam. He is Brahmam, not Brahmavit. Brahmaiva, not Brahmavit. Not one who knows Brahman, Brahmaiva. He reaches Madbhava means he attains my state of being, means he attains Brahman, means he is Brahman. That is the Brahmi Sthiti. In second chapter 72, that verse number 72 gives Yesha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syam Andakalepi Brahmanirvana Mrichati. If someone realizes this truth, assimilates this truth at least in old age, okay, Antyakalepi, at least in the final days of old age, also if someone realizes this, so then is it okay that we will start studying Vedanta after 70, 75? No, it won't come. It will become difficult. Okay, so that is why we have to start early. So this is the Brahmi Sthiti. What? My state of being. This is the Brahmi Sthiti. Partha Nainam Prapya Vibhuhyati. Once who knows this, he is never in delusion. Sthitvat Syam Antakalepi Brahma Nirvana Mrichati. At least in old age, this Brahma Nirvana will happen. That is this Madbhavaya Upapadyate. The same thing. Madbhavaya Upapadyate. He attains my state of being. Through what? Through realizing, understanding what is Kshetram, what is Kshetraknya, and what is Jnanam, Jneyam, all that. Okay, Edat Viknyaya. One who Viknyaya here means not only intellectual understanding, but after assimilating this knowledge, Madbhavaya Upapadyate. We'll move to 19th verse. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidyannadi Ubhavapi Vikaramscha Gunamschaiva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidhyanadi Vidhyanadi Ubhavapi Vikaramsya Gunams Chaiva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan. Prakriti here means the Shakti, Maya Shakti. Another word is Maya Shakti. It's a Prakriti. Purusham cha eva. Purusham means Brahman. Okay? There is no confusion here. Prakriti and Purusham is, Prakriti means Maya Shakti, Purusha means Brahman. Ubhav api, both the above, Anadi Vidhi. No, there is no beginning. Beginningless. These two are beginningless. Vikaramscha. All the modifications of the Jadam, that names and forms of this Kshetram. Okay, Kshetra means body. All the changes that happens in the body. Vikaramscha, Gunancha, all the gunas, what Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas, all of them, they are the properties of Kshetram. Prakriti Sambhavan Vidhi. They are all created or born from Prakriti, Maya. What all the products of Maya? The products of Maya or Prakriti is Sattva, Rajas, Tamo, Gunaha, all the gunas, and all the changes, all the modification that is happening to the Kshetram is all connected with only Maya. It's all the Prakriti. It is only Maya. What is this Prakriti? Prakriti is Maya Shakti. It is the power of this Brahman. See, you look at a person, okay? You see a person, you will never know what power he has got unless he does something. Suppose somebody is lifting, say 100 kg weight. Only you know that this person has got a power to lift 100 kg only when you see him lift 100 kg. That is, you have to see the Shakti Karyam. You can never know the Shakti unless the Shakti Karyam is present. The effect has to be witnessed. What is the effect that we see? Is this universe. You see the universe with trillions and trillions of galaxies and stars, etc. And in our galaxy itself, there are so many stars and there are so many planets where there can be life forms in other. There could be millions of planets where there can be life. Need not be the form that we see here, like humans and plants and animals like that. So, when you understand the whole universe through the prism of this mind and body, this one human mind and body, you can imagine the power of this Maya, the appearance of this universe. So like that, there could be trillions and trillions of universes through so many other instruments, other mind and body. See, the universe that is available to a human being is totally different from the universe that is available to a dog or available to some other species. Is it not? If another Jiva is there which has got, say, 10 Jnanendriyas, you imagine what that universe will be. So like that, there could be so many universes or worlds that appears to the individual through when it is viewed through the body-mind complex of that Jiva. You can imagine the power of this consciousness. Now we get a picture of this Shakti, how much this Maya Shakti is so powerful. And another point is, you cannot separate the power from the person. Shakti cannot be separated from Shakta. That is why Shakti and Shiva are always together. Shakti illai, Shivan illai, Shivan illai, Shakti illai. You know, there is a movie in Tiruvalayadal. You must see that movie. So, the Shakti and Shiva is always together. So, you cannot separate these two. It is like fire and heat. You cannot separate the heat from the fire. They are all inherent. They are all always together only. Similarly, this Maya Shakti is together with Purusha. So, Prakriti and Purusha are always together only. Naturally, Anadi only. There is no, it is beginningless. There is no beginning for this Prakriti or the Purusha. Okay, so this Prakriti Karyam is this universe. Now we read the words, we will understand. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidyanadi Ubhavapi. Prakritim Ubhavapi, both these above, Purusha as well as Prakriti, both above, Anadi Vidhi. There is no beginning, it is beginningless. Then all the modifications, modifications means changes that is happening. Everything changes, is it not? Everything changes. This body changes, the mind changes, the body changes, the sense organs changes, and the world changes. Right? The mind changes, we know it. The body changes, the sense organs also. Sometimes we had a clear vision at the age of 30. By 50 we have to use a glass, or by 70 even with the glass also we won't be able to see. Correct? Or we will see differently. So like that with the sense organs, whatever we see, mind, my God, with the mind, whatever we see, the thing that I like today, I dislike tomorrow. The thing that I dislike today, I like tomorrow. That is also changing. Even our likes and dislikes are changing. Right? So all the changes that is happening to the world or the Jadam or the names and forms and the Gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo, Gunaha. All the Gunas, they are all the part and parcel of this Kshetram. They are the properties of the body or the bodies. It is the property of the Kshetram. Because when the Sattva, Raja, Tamo Gunas, when these Gunas, when they are in various proportions, each individual's Swabhavam is developed. Each one's Swabhavam depends, its nature, anyone's nature, your nature, my nature, the plant's nature, the rock's nature. Each one's nature depends on the Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Gunaha. A rock has got more of tamasic nature. Right? Like that, simply in a simple way explanation. And a person who is very lazy but who has got a lot of desires in them, we can call it as maximum tamasa, Prakriti is there. But other two gunas are also there, but at a lesser level. Similarly, each jiva here is a mixture of Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas in various proportions. Not two are same. The proportion, not two can have same proportion of Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas. That actually decides the nature of the person, of the jiva. But all of this has got no connection with Brahman, no connection with the Purusha. All of this is the property of the Prakriti. So, the Prakriti is the Shakti or Maya Shakti, and it is inherent in Purusha. Okay? But know that the changes or the modifications, the Vikaramscha and the Gunan, all the property of the Prakriti alone. It has got no connection with Purusha. Daivi Hyesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. 7th chapter, refresh, 7:14. Mameva ye prapadyante mayam etam taranti te. This Prakriti is Mama Maya. It is very difficult to cross this, but once you know me, Mameva ye prapadyante mayam etam taranti te. One who realizes me, he alone crosses the Maya. Okay? So, one more time we will read this. Prakritim purusham chaiva vidhyanadi ubhavapi vikaramsya gunamsya vidhi prakriti sambhavane. So, prakriti sambhavane vidhi. They are all created or formed or born from prakriti. The vikaramsya means all the modification or the changes that is happening to the jada vastu or the names and forms. All the changes and the gunan, they are connected with the prakriti only. It is no connection with the purusha. Okay, we'll continue from the 20th verse next week. Also, this gunas, there is a whole chapter is there which is going to come. Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga in the next chapter. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Harihi Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Namaskaram to all.